So look, if it wasn't for money, dollar bills, there wouldn't be a such thing as slavery. Listen again. If there was not a such thing as money, there wouldn't have never been a such thing as slavery. Slavery means to work for free and not get paid or compensated for it. Before the monetary system, before we had money, there was no such thing as slaves. Someone came here and convinced us that being that we were working together, eating together, building together, that was wrong. They convinced us that all of the love that we had doing for each other with our barter and trade system was wrong. Why? Because you won't making any money. What's money? Well, money is what let me buy this gold. No, money's supposed to really be gold. They got that backwards too. So we were convinced to quit helping each other for free, living our lives for free, to a system of letting one man own thousands of acres and grow everybody's food and put it in a store. And instead of just working together, growing our own stuff and doing everything the way that it was before, now we have to get up and go to work because we have to go to the store to go buy everything that we can grow. The chicken, man, you can raise chickens in your backyard. Your food, you can grow your food in your backyard. The only issue is you don't know how. You don't know how. And you know why? Because you went to school, right? They didn't teach you that in school. But I can guarantee you that what they did teach you in school, right now as an adult, you use less than 10% of it, which means they wasted 90% of your time feeding you history and BS that we are now finding out is BS. So what exactly did we learn in school? We learned how to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to school until 4. The same way that our parents have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to work until 4, right? The same way that whenever you're in prison, you're waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning and then they shutting you back down around 4. See, it's a system, and it's the same system over and over again. The same slave system that they use for prison, they use for schools. Y'all have to pay attention. Pay attention. If it wasn't for money, there wouldn't have been a such thing as slavery. If everyone just quit working for money and learn how to grow your own food, raise your own chickens, get your own eggs, this could be real simple, and everything would be solved. But the issue is everybody want to be the king, even though none of us will never be the king, right? We're still on the bottom, right? The king's at the top in the castle. The billionaires up there. None of us watching this right now are going to be billionaires. 99.9999999% of us watching this right now are not going to go be billionaires. But we believe that we're going to be that. Most of us really don't want to attain that. We don't even want to attain that because more money, more problems. And people have to understand that too. So you take away the money and make it to where everybody just has to work together. Trust me, man, houses will be built. You know what I mean? Everything will still be getting made because everyone wouldn't have a choice but to help everyone out. And if you don't help out, you don't get. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? If I need my car fixed and you know how to fix cars and you need some work done inside of your house with your plumbing and I'm a plumber, well, you fix my car, I come fix your plumbing. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. I remember when we were younger, you know what I mean, with all the fellas, when we were younger, man, everybody used to come together and work on everybody's car. You know what I mean? And everything. Now everybody grew up and got jobs, and some of these people mechanics, and they're like, man, I ain't working on nobody's shit for free no more. You know what I mean? You remember those days when we were kids and we didn't care about money and we worked on everybody's bike because we enjoyed working on everybody's bike for free? Those were the days. How much stress did you have back then? None. How much stress do you have right now trying to get up every day and make sure that you can go make some dollars? If you don't make dollars, you can't eat, even though you are more than capable of growing your own food for free. And then that food will continue to give you seeds. And look, one plant will give you thousands of seeds. And you can plant all of those seeds, and I promise you, you won't go hungry no more. You won't go hungry anymore. Everything that you need, you can plant and you can grow. Everything. Chickens, you can keep them in your yard. Man, trust me, man, chickens are easy to keep. Easy to keep. And as long as you got enough yard, man, they can free roam and eat off the ground. Free, man. Free. They just convinced us to go along with their system. That's what's going on right now. We were convinced to go along with their system. Try to be a king. Everybody try to be a king. They try to tell everybody you're the king of your household. Try to make everyone believe that they can be a king. But 99.999% of us will only ever be us, what we are now, what we've always been. Not saying we can't make money. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can get out here and make $250,000. That's what they're trying to stop, because we figured out how to do it. That's what they're trying to stop. But they got to understand, if they put this kind of pressure on us, at some point, we're going to have to learn how to grow our own food and raise our own chickens. You know what I mean? Eggs right now, the price of eggs, man, through the roof. Crazy. Crazy. And if people have to get to the point of they got to grow something in their yard, man, I'm telling you, it's about to start happening. And if that don't happen, the purge will happen. But either way it go, it's all over money. Nothing good comes from money. If there was no money and everybody had everything they needed, how many people would be in jail right now? Just think about how many people would really be in jail right now. Only ones that would be there are probably domestic violence. Everybody else did it because they was probably broke, needed something, robbed somebody, got caught. You know what I mean? Besides your murderers, they ended up getting into a fight, killing someone. Besides that, man, that's really a small percentage. The majority, the vast majority of people that are in there for taking from other people because they didn't have, because they wanted something that they couldn't afford. Now imagine if there was never any money, man. How many people would really be locked up? None. And then when you get in trouble, what they want? Your money. So that's it, man. They want you to go out here and work for the money. They gonna take your money. They gonna tell you that if you don't work for money, then you a slave. And now y'all starting to figure it out, man. It's a repeating system, a reoccurring system, and it's a system that we got to get out of. I'm telling you, man, the easiest thing would be a barter and trade, but that would absolutely kill this economy.